It all started with a single tweet, but by the end of the week, fans were witnessing what appeared to be the emergence of a new civil war. What began as a vague tweet from SZA about Mercury retrograde quickly escalated into a chaotic and deeply personal feud between her and Nicki Minaj. With Drake and Kendrick Lamar still in conflict, this latest drama seems to be part of the ongoing rivalry that has overshadowed hip-hop this year. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip-hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. The rivalry has shifted from just being about Drake and Kendrick to a confrontation involving Drake and Nicki Minaj against Kendrick Lamar and SZA. This marks a true tag team battle between two of the most significant pairs in rap and R&B. If recent events are any indication, the dispute has transcended music and turned personal. Let's take a look at the tweet that ignited everything. After a successful European leg of her grand national tour with Kendrick, SZA posted what seemed like a harmless message to her followers: Mercury retrograde. Don't take the bait, silly goose. There were no names mentioned and no clear signs of conflict, just a typical astrology tweet, akin to many she has shared before. However, Nicki Minaj saw it differently. Sources close to the situation revealed that the tweet came shortly after Nicki made a subtle jab at Anthony "Top Dog" Tiffith, also known as Punch, the TDE executive who manages SZA. Fans quickly pieced it together. Nicki criticizes Punch, and SZA posts about not taking the bait. To many, it appeared that SZA was calling out Nicki for starting fights she couldn't win. Nicki was quick to respond. Within hours, her Twitter account was filled with a series of pointed, thinly veiled tweets. Although she didn't mention SZA directly at first, the tone, timing, and context made it clear. She commented on industry puppets, celebrities hiding behind cosmic excuses, and R&B singers who only shine when they have a rapper on their track. Then came a particularly harsh tweet where Nicki seemed to insult SZA's appearance, suggesting that she was buying curves and still couldn't buy respect. SZA didn't back down. She replied in her usual calm yet assertive style, "I don't give a fuck about none of that weird shit you popping." It was a brief but pointed response that signaled she wouldn't let Nicki dictate the narrative. And just like that, the internet exploded. The feud was officially on. This was not just about personal grievances or passive-aggressive tweets. It felt rooted in deeper issues: respect, insecurity, and perhaps even territory. Nicki Minaj has long maintained her dominance in the female rap scene, fiercely protecting her position at the top. Over the years, she has shown a tendency to resist sharing her crown, whether with Lil, Kim, Cardi B, or Megan Thee Stallion. But SZA? She's not a rapper, she's an R&B artist. Yet, for some reason, she became Nicki's next target. But this time, the emphasis is not just on two women in the music industry, it's on their collaborations. Kendrick Lamar and SZA work together as a team, similar to the partnership between Drake and Nicki Minaj. They have made music together, backed each other, and recently found themselves on opposite sides of a significant rap dispute. So, when SZA appeared to indirectly criticize Nicki, and Nicki reacted with hostility, fans quickly understood the broader implications. We are witnessing the ongoing rivalry between Drake and Kendrick, but now it also involves the women who have been crucial to their careers. The relationship between these two pairs has never been clearer. Drake and Nicki have been close since their early days with Young Money, while SZA and Kendrick have toured together, produced Grammy-nominated tracks, and consistently praised one another. This conflict is unfolding in a similar manner. The situation escalated when Nicki brought streaming numbers into the conversation. In a later tweet, she claimed that SZA and Kendrick had lost almost 30 million bot streams, implying that their figures were artificially inflated and that the industry was finally catching up to them. This startling accusation resonated with recent legal and public issues surrounding streaming fraud, bot activity, and fake plays. What made it even more shocking was that Nicki herself had reportedly faced similar bot removals, which she dismissed as irrelevant in her own case. However, fans were doubtful. Many pointed out the hypocrisy in Nicki calling out SZA and Kendrick for something that affects nearly all top artists, including herself. Others speculated that the timing of her tweets was driven more by jealousy than by concerns over streaming ethics. The truth is that SZA is having one of the best years of her career. After a highly successful tour with Kendrick Lamar, filled venues, critical acclaim, and undeniable onstage chemistry, she has reached a new level of recognition. She is no longer just a background R&B artist. She has emerged as a leading figure, and that rise may have positioned her as a rival. Nicki's relationships with other women in the industry are complicated, characterized by conflicts, public disputes, and instances where support turned into silence. Whenever a new female artist gains popularity, the question arises, how will Nicki react? Will she offer support or opposition? Unfortunately, it often leans towards the latter. SZA, in contrast, avoids Twitter disputes. She is gentle, emotional, and deeply spiritual, yet also determined. This is not the insecure SZA from the Control era. This is SZA in 2025, who has performed for over 1 million fans, shared stages with Kendrick Lamar, and has consistently proven that her voice is significant, both in the studio and beyond. The difference is now clear. Drake and Nicki, once the defining figures of their generation, are finding it challenging to remain relevant and maintain their status in a changing industry. Meanwhile, Kendrick and SZA are pioneering a new direction, prioritizing artistry over algorithms. Fans are choosing sides. On one side is Team OVO/Barbs, loyal to Drake's charm and Nicki's extensive discography. On the other side are supporters of TDE, attracted to Kendrick's lyrical depth and SZA's emotional authenticity. What makes this moment noteworthy is that it goes beyond music. It touches on identity, power, and the future of hip-hop and R&B. Whether intentional or not, a distinct divide has formed, with the internet framing it as a rivalry between two influential pairs. The real question extends beyond chart performance. It's about who resonates with the cultural pulse. Nicki Minaj's criticisms of SZA may seem impulsive, but they likely stem from deeper insecurities. The industry is changing, new talents are rising, and old alliances are fading. Once the undisputed queen of rap, Nicki now faces competition from all sides. Some critics argue she reacts defensively when threatened, while others believe she is merely protecting her legacy. Regardless, her ongoing conflicts with female artists raise an unsettling question. Why does she frequently find herself in these disputes? Is it due to industry dynamics? Personal struggles? Or does Nicki simply refuse to give up a crown she feels is rightfully hers? For SZA, the criticism may feel daunting, but her feud with Kendrick Lamar has shown that TD artists remain strong under pressure. They respond thoughtfully, often through silence and creativity. This difference may underline the key distinction between the two groups. Drake and Nicki engage on social media, voicing their thoughts and frustrations. Kendrick and SZA, however, concentrate on their craft, working quietly until they express themselves through their music. So, what comes next? Nicki's tweets are still visible, SZA has opted for silence, Drake has not commented, and Kendrick continues to watch from a distance. Yet, fans feel that this conflict is far from over. The tension is intense, the factions are clearly defined, and the stakes are high. The industry is paying attention. Fans are speculating. And amidst all this turmoil, the future of two generations of artists hangs in the balance. What started as a verbal confrontation could potentially lead to new music. But judging by the recent tone, this is more than just a feud. It's about legacy. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.